Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, Coach, no precipitation to speak of, but still a very chilly December day in Philly. Winter coats and hot chocolate abound here at Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They're hot as can be. Winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you'd call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5 quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a carry for Sanders. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And here are the starters for Philadelphia.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Well, look now at our starting defense. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. And on this offensive unit, your thoughts on Travis Frederick?
He's a quarterback's best friend. Sets all the line calls and blocks so aggressively.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliot. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
He completes it to Wilson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number 1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. Here's Wentz to throw, and he rifles one incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Wentz on the bootleg. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. From the gun on third down, Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that, and we've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
First down.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And this certainly confirms all the chatter, how big of a final weekend this is. For the moment, the 6th seed is theirs, but it'll take a victory to officially lock that down.
I hear the excitement in your voice about this.
Or nervousness, both ways.
Either way,
Both
but
ways.
you know, I've never met a player who didn't go into a game with a little bit of nervousness and played well and didn't play well. Because look, if you go in without that edge, and to this game has an edge to it, doesn't it? Then you're really not going to perform that well.
A first down carry by Elliot. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 22 carries, 84 yards and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Check. Check. 53's Mike. I'm coming.
Prescott from the gun. Cooper's got it. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. No problem there on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Milano, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a second down coming up. On second down now, it's Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So on the heels of the sack, they knock him backwards in the running game.
So now it's up to the offense coordinator talking directly into the helmet of his quarterback to instill a little bit of confidence here. Call the play with authority, call with confidence, and let him know this one is the winner.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Carson Wentz and the Eagles getting set to take over. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 49.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On play action, Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
Let's go.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll run with Elliott, and he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the 36, Prescott, and his throw is incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
3 down.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Play action. Now Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Scott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Throwing is Wentz. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Randy Gregory picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Wentz. And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. To throw is Prescott. It's caught, Cooper. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliot, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Prescott to throw it. Wilson's got it complete. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Prescott now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. To the air again, Prescott, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Prescott, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Brandon Graham, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Prescott yet again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they toss out wide to Sanders. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Wentz. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First down for Philly. Wentz on target to Hollins. They'll run with Sanders. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Wentz now to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 8 on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side, you know? And in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Prescott, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Sanders. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now Prescott, and that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Draw play, Elliot. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Hey, we got to get this.
Again, it's Elliot.
Let's go. Come on.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Elliott on first down, going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Prescott off play action. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Right back to Sanders on first down. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Tyrone Crawford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal. Couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Prescott on first down. Now he's flushed, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Well, third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Working from the gun, Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Wentz. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Wentz to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without...
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Prescott. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because...
Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. Touchdown, Eagles.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Zerline now for the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. Well, not only did they block it, the awareness to go and grab it and then take it into the end zone for 6 points. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Wilson has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Caught. It's Wilson. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
We play to win. Let go.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To the air again, Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Prescott to throw it. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Personal foul.
Well, let's see who this is on.
Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Prescott now. He finds his target. It's Schultz. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Defense.
So that one will be accepted. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
He wasn't ready.
This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. To throw again on second down. Prescott. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. The reception good for 7. It's third down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. He completes it to Wilson. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Now Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That close on third down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. The Eagles send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
Let's go, fellas.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Eagles, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they dropped their 7th game on the year. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.